Democratic and nationalist revolutions, 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries, Part 2. England, the Civil War and the Glorious Revolution. In Europe, England was ruled by kings of the Tudor dynasty at the beginning of the 17th century. At the time, the Pope was the head of the Roman Catholic Church, but the Tudor kings refused to accept the authority of the Pope. Soon another new conflict started between the Parliament and the king as, as to who was more powerful in the kingdom. It leads establishment of democratic government in Britain. In 1603, James I of Stuart dynasty became the King of England after the death of the last Queen of Tudor dynasty, Elizabeth I. The king needed the approval of this parliament to impose any tax or approve new law. He did not want the parliament to question him. He believed that absolute powers of the king were given by God. So, king ruled by a divine right. This was called divine right theory. So, he believed that the king should not be controlled by the parliament. James I was succeeded by Charles I. Charles I dissolved the parliament and ruled for 11 years without parliament. But in 1640 he needed money to fight some wars. So he was forced to summon the parliament to get special grants. This parliament continued 1640 to 1660. It is called as Long Parliament. The Long Parliament decided to control the autocracy of the king and his ministers. Charles I took advantage of its differences within the parliament and tried to arrest his opponents in the parliament. A civil war started between the parliamentary party and the king's party, which lasted 5 years. Ultimately, Charles I was defeated and executed in 1649 and England became a republic. However, this experiment of republican government was not very successful and did not last long. In 1688, William of Orange and his wife Mary were invited by the Parliament to occupy the throne of England. In the new system of government, ministers were answerable to the Parliament and the king had limited powers. This was the beginning of parliamentary democracy in England. Now the power of the king was not a divine right but it was granted by the parliament. This was called constitutional monarchy. All this took place without shedding a drop of blood or firing a single shot. This transformation therefore is known as glorious or bloodless revolution. After the revolution, the control came into the hands of the House of Commons, which represented the middle class. The right to vote was gradually extended to different sections of the population and eventually to all adults by 1928 CE. Thus, parliamentary form of government grew in stages in England.